Amon smiled, the joyous clamor of the marketplace washing over him. Bright fabrics billowed like sails. The air hung thick with the scent of spices and roasting meat. He squeezed through the crowd, his eyes wide with wonder. It was a day for celebration, and Amon carried his life savings, a small pouch of coins ready to spend.
I will buy my mother a beautiful shawl, the kind she always admired, and I will buy myself a sweet fig cake. Today is a good day.
He stopped at a stall, mesmerized by a carved wooden falcon. The craftsmanship was exquisite, each feather meticulously detailed. The vendor, a wizened old man with a gap-toothed grin, saw his interest. Amon reached into his pouch, eager to bargain. His fingers grasped emptiness. Panic welled up in his chest. His coins, his savings were gone. Frantically, Amon searched the ground. His heart pounded against his ribs. The coins must have slipped out, maybe when he was jostled by the crowd. He scanned the dusty ground, his eyes blurry with rising tears.
There, glinting under the relentless desert sun, he saw them. A few copper coins scattered near a swirling plume of dust.
He lunged for them, but it was too late. The wind, once a playful breeze, had picked up, whipping the coins away in a miniature cyclone. He watched helplessly as his dreams, his family's well-being, were swallowed by the dust. Despair threatened to engulf him, but a primal instinct, a need to chase what was lost, took over. He ran after the swirling dust devil, heedless of the calls and shouts behind him. The wind howled, a furious beast unleashed. The sky, once a brilliant blue, was now a canvas of swirling ochre and gray. The dust storm, a sudden and fearsome visitor, had descended upon the bustling marketplace with terrifying speed. It swallowed everything in its path, the joyous shouts now replaced by the panicked cries of traders and townsfolk alike.
Driven by desperation, he ran. He no longer saw the storm as a force of nature, but as a thief, stealing his future, his family's happiness. He could taste the grit on his tongue, feel it stinging his eyes, but he didn't slow down. The swirling dust seemed to whisper, to beckon him forward, deeper into the heart of the storm.
The storm began to subside as quickly as it had arrived. The swirling dust thinned, revealing a landscape stark and unforgiving. Amon, exhausted and breathless, stumbled to a halt. He looked around, his heart sinking. The familiar bustle of the marketplace was gone, replaced by an eerie silence.
And then he saw it. Rising from the desert sands like a sentinel, its sides gleaming with an unnatural light, was a pyramid.
He had heard stories, whispered tales of these ancient tombs, the final resting places of pharaohs. They were places of immense power, but also of great danger. Fear gnawed at him, yet he felt strangely drawn to the towering structure. It was as if the storm, the same force that had robbed him, was now guiding him, leading him towards, what? Destiny? Doom? The entrance to the pyramid yawned open like the mouth of a giant beast. Hesitantly, Amon stepped inside. The air instantly turned cooler, heavier. The silence was absolute, broken only by the soft thud of his own heartbeat echoing in his ears.
Here we go.
He lit a torch from his belt, the flickering flame casting dancing shadows on the smooth, polished walls. Hieroglyphs, intricate and mysterious, covered every inch of the walls. They seemed to writhe and shift in the flickering torchlight, whispering forgotten secrets, tales of gods and monsters. He felt a presence here, ancient and powerful, watching him, judging his every step. His hand trembled, but he pressed on, drawn deeper into the labyrinthine depths of the pyramid.
I must keep going.
The passage opened into a vast chamber. In the center, bathed in a shaft of ethereal moonlight that pierced through a crack in the ceiling, lay a sarcophagus, intricately carved and shimmering with gold.
It's beautiful.
As Amon approached, mesmerized by its beauty, a shadow detached itself from the darkness. It grew, taking on a monstrous form, all teeth and claws and glowing red eyes. The air crackled with unseen energy. The guardian of the tomb had awakened. Amon, paralyzed by fear, could only watch as the creature lunged. He closed his eyes, bracing for the end.
No, please.
But instead of pain, he felt a searing heat, a jolt of energy coursing through his veins. He screamed, a primal scream born of both agony and exhilaration.
You are chosen.
When Amon opened his eyes, the chamber was bathed in an unearthly light. The monstrous guardian was gone. He looked down at his hands, no longer the hands of a young man, but skeletal, wrapped in glowing bandages. Panic surged through him, but it was quickly replaced by a strange sense of power, of immortality.
What am I?
The hieroglyphs on the walls seemed to come alive, their meaning suddenly clear. They spoke of a prophecy, of a chosen one, imbued with the power of life and death, the guardian of the afterlife. He was no longer Amon, the boy who had lost his coins in the dust. He was something more, something ancient, something divine.
I am the chosen one.
He walked towards the sarcophagus, his steps no longer hesitant, but filled with purpose. He was the inheritor of a legacy as old as time itself. He was the protector of the dead, the bridge between the world of the living and the realm of the afterlife.
I am Amon, god of mummies, and my reign has just begun.
And so, Amon embraced his destiny, forever transformed into a divine guardian, his journey just beginning.